Alright, we start out this countdown at number 10 with Sonny Gummy from Gummy Bears. Now, you might probably remember that I ranked her, I can't remember what number I ranked her, if I did, on my top 12, I think it was, animated Disney females. But the reason Sonny Gummy is ranked at number 10 is because she is, as many fans would say, as I mentioned earlier, and many fans would agree, I should say, is the one of the characters that is close to being in a rating system, like in the top 15 characters. That is why Sonny Gummy is at number 10, because, again, she would be more like very close to being like in the top 15 of animated females, maybe the top 20. So, Sonny Gummy, yes, is number 10 starting off this countdown. So, there you go. Sonny Gummy at number 10. Now, at number 9, we have, also from the Gummy Bears, we have Ursa Barbic. Now, for many of you that don't know who Ursa Barbic is, she was originally introduced in the Gummy Bears episode Return to Usala. And she is basically the leader of the Barbic Gummies. She's very, I guess you could see, she's kind of a hard-nosed kind of girl. Kind of a very stern, very by the book. But she's got a good heart. She's sort of like a mentor to Buddy Barbic, who's about the same age as Sonny. So, and she's like a motherly figure to him. But she's, like I said, she's a strong leader. And I guess if you wanted to compare her to a character in recent times, if this decade, in an animated or live-action kids show, if you wanted to compare her to a character, like I said, in this past decade, or in the past 9 years, when it came to a live-action animated kids shows of female leads, you could compare her to Jen of Power Rangers Time Force, because Jen, when she first started out, was very stern, by the book, strong leader. That's the same could be said for Ursa Barbic. So yeah, Ursa Barbic is number 9 here, because just like with Sonny, who was at number 10, she strongly would be considered as being in the top 20 of the top-rated females, animated females, that is. So, yeah, Ursa Barbic at number 9 here on the top 10 underrated animated female countdowns. That's a mouthful. Okay, at number 8. Number 8. This is really going to be a little bit of a shocker. Really might throw some people off. But we have, at number 8, Winnie Woodpecker. That's right, Winnie Woodpecker. Now, I know you're thinking, well, who is Winnie Woodpecker and why is she number 8? Well, Winnie Woodpecker is essentially, if you don't know about this, she is the girlfriend of Woody Woodpecker. She's basically Woody Woodpecker's Minnie Mouse, his Daisy Duck, his Lola Bunny, well, you get the idea. And she first debuted in a 1950s Woody Woodpecker cartoon called Real Gone Woody. Now, she has changed character-wise. She didn't look like as you see her in this picture. In Real Gone Woody, if you look it up on Google, if you Google it and look on YouTube, she has a ponytail and she's a little bit more different. Here, she's presented in her new redesign, if you will, that was presented in the 3-year run of the new Woody Woodpecker show. And she was more, I guess you could say, tomboyish, if you will, at the time. But she still cared for Woody. Even going to the point that she tried to get him away from certain things and get him more out there. But the reason she's number 8 as well is the fact that she is one of the only characters that gets a lot of attention when it comes to like YouTube. YouTube, as we know, which you're seeing this on now, is the largest video user uploading site in the world. And for fans to post fan vids of her with Woody or her by herself, to post clips and shorts from the recent shows, from the recent show that aired 8 to 10 years ago, then that just shows you why she's number 8 on this countdown, why she's number 8. Now, if you want any more evidence, just go to YouTube and see for yourself. But that is why Winnie Woodpecker is number 8 on this countdown. Now, number 7. Number 7 is olive oil. That's right, olive oil from Popeye. The reason she's number 7 is just like everybody else. She is one of the most, just like, Winnie Woodpecker. But obviously she's in all the Popeye cartoons you can see online, if you find any online. She's got her own costumes out there. There's even somebody, a pastor, if you will, of a church, that has a whole site dedicated to her, or at least one of his parts of his site dedicated to her. And basically, she's just one of those characters that you love and sometimes you hate. It all depends on how she's presented in a cartoon. But the reason she's also ranked at number 7 is, at times she's not really appreciated. You know what I'm saying? She's not really appreciated by the fandom at times. But they still recognize her. They still talk about her. But some talk about her in a negative light. Some don't. But she is one of the most underrated characters there is, but not as unrated as those that are coming up. So yeah, olive oil is number 7 here on the top 10 underrated animated females. Now at number 6 is Two-Tone Dearly. Two-Tone Dearly from 101 Dalmatians, the animated series. Two-Tone is basically sort of like the tomboyish, flirtatious girl of the show. She's one of the. She is a minor character, but she has gotten some screen time. In fact, one of her biggest leads, or co-starring roles, if you will, was in the 11-minute short "Love 'Em and Flee Them," and you can find that here on the YT and other video sites as well. And the reason she got a lead in this cartoon is because basically she was trying to get Mooch, who's basically the local farm bully, sort of like a schoolyard bully, to go out with her. Because she always thought, okay, he likes me, he's going to go out with me, kind of do. But that did not happen, and instead she ended up going with Lucky. So that kind of started something which fans like, the Lucky Two-Tone relationship. But she really doesn't get much other love than just, being featured in, like I said, in Love 'Em and Flee Them, which I could say you can find on other video sites. And she's not really prominently featured in fan art, and she really doesn't have that many, CMVs, AMVs dedicated to her or her and Lucky. So that's why she's number 6 here on the countdown. So that's why Two-Tone's at this spot. So if you got any arguments, let me know. Tell me about it. I'll try to figure it out. Now, at number 5, we have Lana Lionheart. Lana Lionheart from the 1998, 1999, 2000, 2001 series, The Lionhearts. Lana Lionheart, the reason she's underrated, ended at number 5, is because she really doesn't have much going for her. I mean, she's mentioned in text and everything, and she really, people really don't appreciate what they got here with this character. Basically her character is described like this. She's a former acrobat, anamorphic lion is a former acrobat in a circus. And she uses these acrobatic skills to do housework around the house and play with her kids. It makes me wonder why she's underrated. Why nobody really talks about her much. I mean, I know the show only ran for a couple of years, but still, give me a break. I mean, give me an honest break here. I mean, why in the world would you not give this character the time and the place? Why wouldn't fans give her the time and the place to talk about her? I mean, I really don't understand that. I really don't. I mean, if you definitely talk about this character, look her up, watch the shows if you can find any, then you would definitely see that she's a character you can learn to like. But sadly, unfortunately, Lana is not that well liked, I guess, by the fans. And that is why she's number 5 here on the top 10 underrated animated female countdown. At number 4 now. At number 4 we have, I know this may really surprise some people. At number 4 we have Sonia. And I'm not talking Sonia from Heathcliff. I'm talking Sonia, if you will, from Sonic Underground. Here's a character that some fans might argue saying, oh, she gets a lot of dedication, she gets a lot of tribute. Yeah, right. The only reason people start talking about her now is the fact that recently in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, in the casino scene, in the casino stage, the only reason people are talking about it now is because in the casino stage, somebody's fan art got substituted for Amy Rose. Amy Rose's spot, I think it was in the Wii console version, got replaced by Sonia. That's the only reason people are talking about her now. But she is underrated. She is underrated, if you will, because she's not really put at the same level as a lot of other characters. Now, again, people might argue, well, she is. Well, to some she is, but to some she isn't. I mean, let me ask you this. How many AMVs do we see of her? How much fan art is out there? How much fan fiction? I ask you that. Where is all that coming from? Where does all that go? Apparently, it doesn't go anywhere because she's not getting any love. But that is why she's number 4 here. Because she really doesn't get any love, and it's really, it's really sad. Because you know what? She was basically the head of reason, if you will, between her and her brothers in Sonic Underground. She was like, she was basically like, if you will, in the Sally role almost. Sort of a combination of Sally and Amy, if you will. That's what she was. And yet nobody ever thought about it in that way and thought, wow, you know, this character definitely can use a lot. A lot of dedication with fan art and AMVs and stuff like that. But still, she's underrated because nobody really gives this character the time of day to do, like I say, a fan fiction story or do some fan art, more fan art, I should say, or AMV. So that's why she's number 4. And again, I know people might argue that, but you know what? That's your choice. If you want to argue it, that's your choice. I'm cool with it, but that's all I'm going to say. That's why Sonia is number 4 on this countdown, and I will be back with the top 3 underrated anime females in part 2.